Anthony Joshua, promoter, Eddie Hearn, slams Tyson Fury versus Jarrell Miller. Let's talk about it. Alright guys, what up? This your boy T-Dub, whatsblazing in sports. So you know how I do, guys. I step away from my work, take a lunch break, so I'm working when I'm working. Let's work. People have been mentioning that the next opponent for Tyson Fury, before assuming he steps in the ring for a rematch with Deontay Wilder, is taking on the likes of Big Baby Miller. And since that been mentioned, guys, we have now finally got a response out of Eddie Hearn. As I read, Anthony Joshua promoter Eddie Hearn slams Tyson Fury versus Miller fight talk. Guys, what do you think about this, man? What do you think? Listen and hear me clear. I'm at work, right? Lunch coming up. I'm gonna do a video, what I'm gonna talk about, and then I see this, and I'm like, ooh, wait. See, in case some of you guys don't know, for quite some time now, Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing, has been promoting Big Baby Miller. Big Baby Miller tested for more drugs in CVS. A matter of fact, he tested for so many goddamn drugs that allegedly tested positive for so many drugs that CVS went to using him for their recruiting or their supplier. And when Miller first tested dirty against Joshua, Eddie Hearn threw him on the bus. I mean, it was no listen, Eddie Hearn was promoting Miller, and he was also promoting Joshua. Both of your fighters fighting each other, which means it is an in-house fight. You make money all the way around on both fighters. Miller tested dirty. Eddie Hearn threw him all under the bus. I mean, all under that sumbitch, And now it looks like Big Baby Miller is getting ready to work with Top Rank. And I'm going to tell you right now, guys. Do you want to know why? Personally, I pulled an article out. It didn't print right. See, you hear it? I got the file right here. It didn't print right, but let me give you my raw thoughts. My raw thoughts is that Eddie Hearn he's not just pissed off at Miller because he failed a drug test. It's not. That's not it. If Miller was getting ready to face Luis Ortiz and he tested dirty, then he would show that he didn't care much about it. Well, not that he didn't care much about it, but he would show that it's wrong, we're going to work on it, he's going to get back together, we're going to get him on a clean program. It'd be something like that. So, it's not that he tested dirty. Eddie Hearn is, in my opinion, he's mad on who he tested dirty against and what it led to. For an example, Miller, dirty. Ortiz wanted more money. Yo Gotti going down in DMs. Andy Ruiz. DM Eddie Hearn. I can beat your fighter. I can do it. Eddie Hearn probably didn't know who Andy Ruiz was. Did a quick Google search. Said, I know I can't beat this fat motherfucker. I know it can't be him. This motherfucker eats Snickers. Sure, you can have the fight. Oh, you're Mexican American? Yes, the Mexican Americans will support this. Yes. And Joshua got his ass whooped. He didn't lose the fight. He got his ass whooped. Badly. Embarrassing. So Eddie Hearn is pissed off and probably mad that he cannot piss on Big Baby Miller, because if Big fucking Baby Miller did not fucking fail that test, Joshua would have came over here, fought Miller, assumingly won, yay, and still the champion. But no, they had to fight this motherfucker named Andy Ruiz. That's my reason why Eddie Hearn is going harder than an MF on Miller. Let's get to the article. Hold on, let me see something. Hold on, guys. Be a baby in the building, what it do? Always feeling the love the love. You know who it is. It's your boy T-Dub. And I'm back at it, like a crack at it, giving you boxing geekers this work. So as you come in, please smash the like button. Now let's get to the article. Hold on. Some of it is cut off. It's printed. It printed a commercial, a video that was playing. It printed a report saying everything that Miller tested for. Looks like EPO, HGH, GW1516, and it says and something else. Can't remember what the and is. But let's keep reading, man. Let's look for things in quotations. Okay, hold on. Where is it at? Is this it? Okay, okay, here we go. Hearns believes that despite Miller being eligible to fight, promoters should avoid booking him to send a message to drug cheats. Let me ask you a question, man. Let me ask you a question. Has there been any other fighter that Eddie Hearn has been this adamant about nobody fucking with him? Not that he's not going to fuck with Miller no more. Of course he's not. He's not going to fuck with Miller no more. Now listen, if Joshua would have won and beat Andy, yeah, I think he'll fuck with him again. But because Joshua fucking lost? Nah, Fucking, listen, man, if Eddie Hearn knew how to fucking fight, he would probably fight Miller. If he knew how to fight, he would fight Miller. But he knows, with or without the GW, and the EPO and the QRS and all that shit he took, Elemental P, all that, he'll lose. But let's keep going. I'm not bothered about Jarrell Miller, but the dust hasn't settled. How can you say the dust has settled? Hearn told IFL TV. He's pissed, man. Listen. Eddie is like, listen, the dust has not settled. To Eddie's like, listen, the dust ain't gonna settle until Joshua gets his goddamn belts back, you bitch. You ruined everything, that fucker. Black Homer Simpson looking motherfucker. GW 15 and 16 and probably 18 too. Look at that. Fucking Miller's a cheat. Look, no. He could have took GW 18 and 19, but no. He wants some underage shit. He wants GW 15 and 16. You guys need to look into that shit. Eddie, listen, man. Eddie is pissed. Let me keep reading. Hold on. Got the file. I told you guys I got the file right here. I told you. I got the file. What else? Damn, listen, guys, he's still going in on Miller. Right now, how can you work with Jarrell Miller? We're talking about something that happened 6 or 8 weeks ago. Right. He's saying 6 or 8 weeks ago like it's 2 days ago. Let's go. That's everything that's wrong with boxing. Goddamn, Miller. Miller, he's saying you're everything that's wrong with boxing. Not the corrupt judges, not decisions going the wrong way, not people manipulating to get title shots and holding other people back. No, none of that. Miller, you are the one. That's everything that's wrong with boxing. If you don't make an example of people like this wasn't just one little substance that could be found in this. This is all out blatant cheating. Wow. Let's see what else in there. Let me see. Hearn worked closely with Miller ahead of the proposed Joshua fight and took the description by American personality. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, here we go. I've said I like Jarrell Miller. First of all, we know that's a lie. If anybody come to you and say, they say something, they are or they not first, followed by a but, then anything before that but, you gotta almost assume that that's how they really mean. If somebody says, I'm not a racist, but you're blacker than a motherfucker. Oh shit. I'm not racist, but sure look like you motherfuckers eat some chicken and chitlins. Tell you that shit. You know? He says, I said, I like Jarrell Miller, but if we don't make an example of this, why don't we even bother? What's the point in testing? Why don't we just say, hey, take what you want? If loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right. Wrong song, T-Dub. Wrong song. Sweet Caroline, bop, bop, bop. Good times never seem so good, so good. Hey, this is not good times for Eddie. Eddie Hearn. Why are you so frustrated? All right, let's go. There are so many hypocrites in the sports and in the past. I have guys box on my shows that might be a year and a half or 2 years after a failed test, and they've been fighting again. But in this case, it's 8 weeks since, and it's still extremely raw and personal to me. There it is. There it is, guys. I called it before I read it. I called it. I told you that he was personally mad about the loss because if Miller would have been clean and fought Joshua and Joshua would have won, Joshua would have never been searching the globe, or at least the USA, for a USA opponent. He found Andy Ruiz, somebody who built like a tube of toothpaste, and he figured he can beat this guy, and especially Mexicans. Mexicans support their people. They, in my eyes, majority of the people that support a lot of these, especially the pay-per-views on the Mexican holidays. So he like, listen, go over there, fight Andy Ruiz, Mexican-American, get our viewerships up and beat him. But because that one thing Miller did, or at least 4 things, that didn't happen. And now, he's taking it personal. As I read that last line, but in this case, it's 8 weeks since, and it's extremely raw and personal to me. If somebody tell you right now, it's extreme. First of all, we know what extreme means. It's not normal. It's to the fucking extreme. To the maximum. To the fucking point of damn near no return. Extreme. Which goes back to when I said I like Jarrell Miller. Do you believe you like Jarrell Miller now? I like Jarrell Miller. Told you guys. Anytime somebody say, like if a girl say, I like you, but you're not my type. Bitch, then how the fuck do you like me then? Lying ass. You don't fucking like me. You like that pretty boy looking motherfucking Tony over there. I said you watching that sweater wearing around his neck motherfucker. Just because he can throw a football. Fuck you and fuck him too. Oh, my boy, Brennan Smith in the building. What's going on? I would love to see that fight. I don't think AJ wants to hear that song ever again. No, man. Listen, bro. Brennan, I mean, you know I am, bro. I'll poke fun. I tell people that come to my chat, don't take me serious. I poke fun, man. This is what I do. I don't strip this shit. I don't make this shit up. But as a boxing fan and a fan of the heavyweight division, me personally, I do not want to see Anthony Joshua just fall to the dust because the heavyweight division is not deep yet. It's not. Now, do I want to see Wilder still take his head off? Yes. But even after then, it'll probably take about 2 or 3 years, but let him build himself back up. 1 loss, 2 loss, and you want the man to call it a career? But, like I said, boxing, 80% is mental, man. 80% is mental. For boxers, 80% is mental. For promoters, shit. Maybe it's 20% mental, 80% financial. And what Jarrell Miller did by simply taking more drugs than Walgreens can handle. He took more drugs. He took so many goddamn drugs. He needs to have physicians there prescribing our medicine for him. This motherfucker was on everything. GW 1514, HGH, grandma's hemorrhoids medicine, everything. Pops, Viagra, everything, man. Allegedly. And that fucked their whole shit up. I'm telling you right now, Eddie Hearn does not blame Andy Ruiz. He don't really blame Anthony Joshua. But Joshua does take a lot of the blame because he was the man fighting. Eddie blames Joshua trainers a little bit. But the one person Eddie truly blames, the biggest baby of them all, is Jarrell Miller. Jarrell Miller, by doing something to himself, led a new path. It's like this, guys. I watch The Flash. I know, I get it. It's a kid's show. So what? Go sue me. I watched The Flash. And what Big Baby Miller did was, he disrupted the timeline. He started a whole new parallel timeline. In one timeline, Big Baby Miller is clean, goes out there, get his ass beat severely. Joshua wins. Joshua does an interview, calls out Wilder. All the people that hate Deontay Wilder says, Wilder, you're ducking. You're ducking. You're a fraud. Beyonce Wilder. We hear this shit already. But when Miller went back in that time force, the speed force, and he realized that he didn't want to be on the losing end of shit, the motherfucker took more drugs than the Mexican cartel can ship to the USA. That motherfucker went down there, shit. He probably was dealing right with the cartel. The cartel says, are you going to be able to deliver this, distribute this throughout the whole New York? Miller said, fuck no. This is my personal supply. Here's your money up front. I'm finna take all this shit. If death come, so be it. If I live, I become a god. So he, probably went home, popped all the pills in a bowl, mixed that shit up with some milk, bon appetit. And then Vada came in, like, whoa, motherfucker. Like, Vada was like, Miller, how come we can't get this needle through your goddamn arm, Miller? Miller said, goddamn, look at the spider. The fuck? This bitch is albino. Let me get back to it. Damn, that came down in my face. From the trees to the car. So, damn, I forgot what the fuck I was. I told you guys I freestyle this shit. I freestyle. Please like the button. Please smash. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Tell a friend about your boy Teed Up. Alright. Miller took all that shit single-handedly took Eddie's world. Miller did. Listen, guys. Miller. Andy was the hand that actually did it. Miller was the one that set the path in motion. He chose that fucking path by choosing his path and taking all that fucking drugs. And now that Joshua lost, guys, listen. Question. Do you guys believe that Anthony Joshua is going to come out to Sweet Caroline, bop bop bop, good times never seem so good, so good, so good? Nah, man. I don't know. Maybe. You know what? He might do it because, listen, man. They had to make this fight happen next. They had to. I'm just being honest. They had to. Because if Joshua says, you know what? I'm going to take 2 or 3 fights and get myself back together. By the time he get himself together, oh, man. If whoever the champions are decide to give him a shot, he not only would he not be an A side, this motherfucker be just a C side, a D side. So if he's mentally ready or not, he got to suit up. Joshua has to be an Avenger now. Joshua, assemble. He got to suit up. And Big Baby Miller coming back, possibly fighting Tyson Fury. Oh, you better believe Tyson Fury gonna make that motherfucker take some tests. Tyson gonna make sure that boy getting drug tested year round. Miller gonna be asleep. They gonna be cracking the window and shit like a burglar. They gonna burglarize Miller house only to get his fucking blood. Oh, I'm being robbed. Nah, we just trying to get your blood. Just making sure you ain't asleep taking some shit. We'll be back when you wake up. Yeah, man. But it's an interesting contest. I mean, we don't know what to expect from Miller. We know what to expect from Tyson Fury, you know. Again, I repeat, Tyson Fury, listen, man, the guy's a damn good fighter, man. Like, damn good fighter. Speed, varies his punches, a thinker, he's slick, good reaction, can switch from orthodox to southpaw, can use his feet. Man, listen, man. He can fight, bro. He can fight. And to be honest, the only person that can beat somebody like Fury is probably Wilder. Somebody who has that Hercules strength. He-Man. Conan. You know? Motherfucker punching with the force of a demigod. I'm telling you, that's it. Fury and Wilder can have 2 or 3 good fights. Maybe even 4. They won't go all back to back. But because of their style matchup, one's a better boxer, one's a better puncher. Tyson can punch, Wilder can still box. And they collide. Woo! But before we get there, we might see Miller versus Tyson Fury. And I'm going to be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not down for drug cheating. I'm not. I'm not down for it. I think the level of punishment should be different. If you get tested dirty before a fight, should be definitely different if you get tested after a fight. So like if you went through a fight and after your fight you got tested dirty, that should be very harsh. That sentence, because you actually fought somebody with that shit. They didn't catch you at first, but you fought with it. That shit right there should be at least a mandatory, 3 to 5 to life, depending on the outcome of the fight. But if it's before the fight, then I don't think it should be life. But it should be enough example that people are not encouraged to do it. But if he comes back, Miller versus Fury for a second tune-up fight for Deontay Wilder, I don't think it's that bad. I think it's a cool matchup. At least, listen guys, Miller has a name just long for the drug shit. People know him just for the drug shit. And think about this. This would be Miller's second time being able to fight a UK fighter. First time, Joshua. This time, Fury. If Miller tests dirty again, I think he should be banned for life. If he tests dirty for this fight, he should be banned for life. But something's telling me he's going to come in cleaner. But guys, let me wrap it up real quick one more time. Again, guys, Eddie Hearn does not like the idea, does not support the idea of Miller coming back and being able to fight in October or November or December. He don't like it. Not only is Eddie Hearn saying that he won't work with Miller for another maybe 2 or 3 years, he said no one. He's saying for the next 2 or 3 years, Miller should not be allowed to eat off a performance. He shouldn't fight. And if that fight get made, mark my word, you're going to hear a lot of verbal protesting from Eddie Hearn. He's going to be shitting that fight down. De-promoting the shit out of that fight. Again, like he said, he's taking this personal. And what I take personal, the one thing I take personal is if you viewers, you moochers, mooching off of me and not smashing the like button, not subscribing to the channel, I take this shit personal. Smash the like. You ain't smashing the like. God damn it, you ain't smashing. Right. This your boy T-Dub. And here is what's blazing the sports.